Haiphong is the third largest city of Vietnam and northern Vietnam's most important seaport with its deep water anchorage and large maritime facilities. The city's name means coastal defense, and it is nicknamed the Flamboyant City because of the many Delonix regia planted throughout it. History. Haiphong is the home of La Sainte-En, one of the female generals under the command of the Tre de Greng sisters who rose against Chinese rule in the year 43 CE. Centuries later under the Marsi dynasty the area earned the appellation Haiphong Itar section N Fair Squared Ng Thos section as it protected the eastern flank of Mac King's home province. By the 19th century at the end of Nguyen Emperor Ta ±AA copyright C's reign, the Han Ken communal house in what is now the city's Le Chan district was made the administrative seat of Untitled Chapter district, restoring its regional importance. The area by then had developed into a sizable commercial port. At the eve of the French conquest in 1881, a devastating typhoon ravaged the area, claiming up to 300,000 lives. Despite the damages, Haiphong was developed by the French to serve as Indochina's main naval base over the ensuing decades. Following the defeat of Japan in World War II, Vietnamese nationalists agitated for independence against the French return. French forces landed in Haiphong and encountered resistance which killed 3 French troops. In retaliation the French ships, among them the cruiser Suffren, shelled the city, setting it ablaze, precipitating the First Indochina War. French infantry forces under the command of Jean-Pierre entered the city, fighting house to house with the support of armored units and airplanes. Vietnam War. Late in the Vietnam War, Haiphong was subjected to heavy bombing by U.S. Navy and Air Force strike aircraft because it was North Vietnam's only major port. U.S. Admiral Thomas H. Morrow ordered the mining of Haiphong Harbor on May 8, 1972, effectively sealing the port. Until it was lifted, the mining caused no casualty. Despite being targeted, a physical structure of the city was mostly unaffected by the war as the U.S. had a self-imposed prohibition zone for the city. After the war, the city recovered its role as a significant industrial center. Demographics. Haiphong is the third most populous city in Vietnam, with a population of 1,884,685 for the metropolitan area, encompassing an area of 1,507.57 km², giving a density of 1250 persons per km², of which 769,739 reside in the urban districts. The gender distribution is half female. Population growth. As of the 2009 census, Haiphong's average annual population growth rate was given as 4.0%. Haiphong's crude birth rate was recorded at 18.1 live births per 1,000 persons versus the crude death rate of 7.6 per 1,000 persons. Life expectancy at birth was estimated at 77.1 years for women and 72.0 years for men, or 74.5 years overall. Infant mortality rate was measured at 11.8 infant deaths per 1,000 live births, just over 2 points above the nation's average for urban areas. In the same census, the city's out-migration was 1.9% versus in-migration of 2.8% and, for a net migration rate of 0.9%. Geography. Haiphong is a coastal city located at the mouth of the Cay Nam River, in Vietnam's northeastern coastal area, 120 kilometers east of Hanoi. The Ba Nh Bridge crosses the Cam and connects the city with the section Y Nguyen district. It has a total natural area of 152,318.49 ha. It borders Quay Pound Ng Ninh province to the north, Ha Pound I Dai Degree Ng province to the west, Thai Ba Nh province to the south, and the Gulf of Tonkin to the east. Ba Long Bai Island, Cat Ba Island and the Long Ka Sentu Islands, located in the Gulf, are also administered as part of the city. The city is located in a convenient position for transportation to domestic provinces, and international networks via road network, railway, sea routes, inland waterway and air. Climate. Haiphong features a humid subtropical climate, with hot, humid summers and warm, dry winters. The city is noticeably wetter from April through October. Roughly 90% of the city's annual precipitation typically falls during these months. There is a noticeable difference in temperatures between the city's winters and summers. Haiphong's coolest months, January and February, sees average high temperatures reach 20 degrees Celsius and average low temperatures at around 14 degrees Celsius. Its warmest months, June and July, sees average high temperatures hover around 33 degrees Celsius and average low temperatures at around 26 degrees Celsius. Sea temperatures range from a low of 21 degrees Celsius in February to a high of 30 degrees Celsius during the months of July and August. Administrative divisions. Haiphong Ng is subdivided into 15 district-level subdivisions, 8 rural districts, 7 urban districts. They are further subdivided into 10 commune-level towns, 148 communes, and 72 wards. Table of local government districts. Economy. Haiphong is northern Vietnam's second-largest industrial center. Its GDP accounted for 11.8% of the Red River Delta in 2007, second only to Hanoi. It is a significant producer of rice and has the Red River Delta's fourth-largest fishing sector. Its industrial sector is the second-largest in the region and slightly ahead of VA copyright Nh Pha Si province. Haiphong is northern Vietnam's major port city. As a result, it has a large service sector and is important for the region's trade, with export of $1.26 billion and imports of $1.55 billion in 2007. Agriculture, forestry and fishery. Despite its status as a city, around one-third of Haiphong's area or 52,300 ha are used for agriculture. Rice is the most important crop, taking up around 80% of the agricultural land with an output of 463,100 tons in 2007. Other agricultural products include maize, sugar and peanuts. Haiphong has a relatively large fishing sector with an output of 79,705 tons. Gross output has almost doubled between 2000 and 2007, mostly due to fast growth in aquaculture, which made up 60% of gross output in 2007. Despite its coastal location, sea fish contribute relatively little to the sector. Nam Anh Province and Thai Ba Nh Province have much larger fishing sectors, and even the inland Haiphong Dai Degree Ng Province has a larger gross output from fishing than Haiphong. As of 2007, 315,500 were employed in agriculture and fishery, a significant decrease from 396,300 in 2000. However, these sectors still account for almost a third of total employment in Haiphong, a larger share than industry. However, gross output in both agriculture and fishery have been growing significantly between 2000 and 2007. Industry. Industry is a key sector in Haiphong, including food processing, light industries and heavy industries. Major products include fish sauce, beer, cigarettes, textiles, paper, plastic pipes, cement, iron, pharmaceuticals, electric fans, motorbikes, steel pipes and ships, and outsourcing software implementation. Most of these industries have been growing significantly between 2000 and 2007, with the exceptions of the cigarette and pharmaceutical industries. Shipbuilding, steel pipes, plastic pipes and textiles are among the industries with the most rapid growth. Several large industrial projects with foreign participation are currently being prepared. The country's fourth Vietnam-Singapore Industrial Park is under construction in Haiphong. It has an investment capital of $1 billion and is projected to have a population of 150,000 by 2020. Another billion-dollar project was announced by the Japanese tire producer Bridgestone in December 2011. Haiphong will also be the location of Vietnam's first specialized industrial park exclusively for Japanese investors. There are also growing industries supplying products used by existing industries in the city. Petro-Vietnam set up a joint venture PVTEX with textile manufacturer Vinatex to build Vietnam's first polyester fiber plant in Haiphong. The factory will use byproducts from oil refining and reduce reliance on imported materials. 270,600 people were employed in Haiphong's industry. 112,600 industrial jobs were created between 2000 and 2007. Infrastructure Transport Land routes. Haiphong is located at the junction of two national highways, Route 5, leading west to Hanoi, and Route 10, leading south to Nam Anh and onward to connect with National Route 1A at Ninh Ba Nh. Highway 356 passes west to East from the Route 5/10 junction through Haiphong's city centre all the way to the coast. A connecting road from Route 5 to Route 18 links Haiphong with Quy Pound Ng Ninh Province. Within the city there are several long-distance bus depots, Tam Bach, Niem Gia, Khao Rao. Sea links. Haiphong Port is one of the largest ports in Vietnam and Southeast Asia as a whole. The port of Haiphong on the Ca Yen River is divided into three main docks, Oang Du located near the city's center, Qua Vai, and Dinh Vu both farther downstream to the east. Several ferry terminals connect Haiphong with the neighboring Ca Thi Ha Pound Dai and Ca Thi Ba Islands. Ben Bin Ferry Terminal is located near the city center while Dinh Vu Ferry is located on a spit of land on the coast. The government had approved the plans to build an international port in Lac Huon Euro 15 kilometers from the current port. Once completed this will be one of the deepest port in Vietnam with draft of 14 m, capable of receiving ships up to 100.000 dwt. Rail links. Haiphong Railway Station built in 1902 is the eastern terminus of the Hanoi-Haiphong Railway Line, also known as the Yan Nana Vietnam Railway. Built by the French during their occupation, the railway once connected Haiphong to the city of Kunming in China's Yunnan province, although service along the Chinese portion of the line is currently suspended. Rail travel from Haiphong with connections to the rest of the Vietnamese railway network is via Hanoi. Air travel. The main airport serving Haiphong is Cat B International Airport with 3 flights daily to Ho Chi Minh City. In April 2011 Vietnam Airlines launched routes to Da Nang with 5 flights a week. An international airport for Haiphong, situated in Ten Lang District, is in the planning stages. If realized it would become the largest airport in northern Vietnam. Health information technology Education, Haiphong Medical University, Haiphong University, Vietnam Maritime University, Haiphong Private University. Notable people, Ma Caa Florin Ng Dung King of Aai via T Country, the founder of the Ma Si dynasty, Muya N Ba Permel Nh Kaya M Thinker, poet, prophet, Cao Dai religion saint, Mai Trung Vu painter, Va Florin N Cao musician, poet, painter and composer of the national anthem of Vietnam Tia N Quay Sent N Ka, Nga Ccn singer, songwriter, Tra Giang film actress, Phan Pha Ha Than artistic gymnast, first gymnast to win a world medal for Vietnam gymnastics, Vu Phi degree Ng famous pop singer and Haiphong native. She now lives in the USA. Twin towns and sister cities, Da Nang, Vietnam, Incheon, South Korea, Seattle, USA. Tianjin, China, St. Petersburg, Russia, Vladivostok, Russia, Kitakyushu, Japan. Gallery. See also, List of East Asian ports, Haiphong Road. References. Notes. External links, official website of Haiphong City, official website of Haiphong Tourism. History of Haiphong, interactive Google map with specific sites and historic views of the city from French colonial times.